Doing this. We're not going to keep doing this. One take. That's it. One take. What's up, guys? T Cash here. Today, I'm going to share with you how I just made $9,000 off a virtual wholesale deal that I didn't even have to show up to once. Tune in. I got to share this story with you guys and break down from start to finish. Alright guys, so I've been using PropStream a lot lately. I've been doing a lot of ringless voice messages and SMS text blasts to source out my wholesale deals and generate leads. I started to branch out into markets other than the one I'm in currently right now, which is California, and I branched out into Delaware. Bought my first home in Delaware, so I figured I know that market pretty well. Might as well try wholesale out there as well. Shooting out a lot of messages, did some ringless voice messages. A lady happened to call me back and say, hey, we're looking to sell. We have a couple of other offers. What can you do? And obviously, we got to build rapport. We got to get the condition, the timeline, the motivation, and the price that she wants. And I was able to get all that information. But my workload was too much. I was trying to wholesale in California, I was trying to wholesale in Delaware, and too many things were coming in hand. And it got to a point where I didn't even pay attention to this lead. She happens to call me back again and say, hey, you called me. Are you still interested? I said, oh, well, for sure I'm interested. Could you send me some photos of it? She sends me photos of it, and I look up the address, I look up the comps in the area, and I come to find out this home is a pretty good deal. She said she wants around $40,000. So I get back on the phone with her immediately, and I say, hey, Mrs. Seller, what you want is a solid amount, but could you do $35,000? She says, yes. I say, great, I'm gonna send you the contract tonight. So I send her the contract that night. She signs it for $35,000. The home is tenant occupied in pretty stable condition. Tenant paying around $1,000 a month in rent. So what I do is, after I got the property contract, open up escrow, put my earnest money deposit in, and make this a legit transaction. I went out and blasted a text to all my cash buyers. PropStream, you have a cash buyers list, so I mapped out a cash buyers list that was everyone in that same area who was purchasing properties with cash. I happened to get 7 investors who want to come check this place out. I call them up each individually and say, hey, can you be at the house at 12 on Saturday? Hey, can you be at the house at 12 on Saturday? Can you be at the house at 12 on Saturday? My goal was have them all come in at the same time, see the competition there, and for them to kind of feel like they had to compete with somebody. Now, what I tell the owner is, my partners are coming, my investors are coming to come check it out. They'll be there. And then when I told the investors, hey, the owner's going to be there. I have the property under contract. Anything with pricing and anything negotiating pricing, let's leave that between me and you. All the investors go. 2 of them get back to me. One says he wants it for 43. One said he wants it for 44. I have the property under contract for 35. So I assign it to the cash buyer who wants it for 44. We go into escrow. He signs my assignment contract, puts his money deposit, earns his money deposit down, and boom, we're in escrow. So now it's all about closing. Title comes back 2 weeks later, and long story short, Mrs. Seller was able to sell her home for $35,000 quickly. My investor was able to get a house at a below market value rate, and I was able to wholesale my first deal virtually. I didn't have to show up once to the property. I didn't have to meet the seller. I didn't have to meet any of the investors. Straight virtually, and $9,000 was deposited to my bank account from a virtual wholesale deal. So this is dope. The virtual wholesaling is something I'm definitely going to implement more in my wholesaling business, and I think it was dope to not have to show up anywhere physically and do everything behind a computer desk. But anyways, I'm hype about it. Anyways, you guys hit me up if you have any questions on how I did that. We can break it down a little bit more. I can give you guys tips of how I, sourced out my cash buyers, sourced out my investors, and did my text blasts and everything. So ask any questions, feel free to comment below. Give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and more content, more stuff coming soon. Peace.